It is good to see you today. I'm Laura Papetti, and this afternoon we are tracking multiple wildfires. So first, let's head to Chelan County. That's where we're focused this afternoon. In the last 30 minutes, evacuation levels have been lowered for a wildfire burning near Wenatchee. The evacuations, which were as high as level 3 just a short time ago, are all now downgraded to level 1. And what that means is people have to pay attention to the fire. However, folks in that area right now are not being told to leave immediately. So again, they just need to be aware of what's happening. Officials report the fire has burned about 250 acres. According to the State Fire Marshal's office, state fire assistance has indeed been mobilized. There is also a Red Cross shelter for any eventual evacuees at the Wenatchee Seventh-day Adventist Church. We'll certainly continue to track evacuations and the condition of the fire. That's both on air and online. You can find us there on KREM.com. Also in Chelan County, the Pioneer Fire, which is burning on Lake Chelan or in that area, is once again prompting level 3 evacuations. Right now, the fire is estimated to be just over 5,400 acres. And last weekend, crews were able to finally fight the fire with boots on the ground near the edge. And that's because the fire is in such a challenging, hard place to reach. Officials do expect it could be burning even as late as Halloween. So we're in that one for the long haul. In Douglas County, a wildfire near Mansfield has now been contained. Douglas County Fire District 5 says they were able to stop the spread at about 900 acres. Initially, the fire had prompted level 2 evacuations, but firefighters now say they do indeed have a handle on it. Fire crews believe the fire was started by a downed power line. All right, let's take a look at Idaho and the Washington border. The Billy Creek fire burning south of Lewiston is more than 3,000 acres. According to the Idaho Department of Lands, there are no evacuations, however, in place at this time, but there are some structures within a mile of the fire perimeter, and crews are dealing with erratic winds. So certainly that could change, and we are tracking it. All right, wildfires especially dangerous right now. Things are dry, and this is all as we enter the hottest weekend that we've seen yet, with conditions especially dry. We're going to check in with Thomas Patrick and really find out what we can expect later today and into the weekend. Thomas.
Yeah, good afternoon, Laura. Thankfully not especially windy, which we know that can really heighten fire danger for the inland Northwest. Instead, it's all about the high heat, and that it on itself will really dry out not just the air, but it really scorches the ground when our temperatures can get into the 100s. Now today will likely be in the 90s, but starting tomorrow we are under excessive heat warning. So no joke about this kind of heat, because it will start getting close to 95 as of tomorrow and stay in the hundreds all next week. Look at the end time. It goes until next Friday. This is 7 days in a row of either heat advisories or excessive heat warnings for the entirety of the inland Northwest. And today we just ramp into it. Even by itself, today at 92 degrees would make for our hottest day of the year so far. We've only once hit 90, and that was back in June. So this is our hottest day, at least of July, but it ramps up so fast. So we go from 92 today. We'll look at the weekend ahead, 93 and 96. That when the excessive heat warnings kick in, but it's all 100s come next week. Again, serious and dangerous heat is on the way. So coming up, I'm going to detail how long this heat wave is going to last and which days we will likely be hitting record highs. Those values are all coming up in a few minutes.
Thomas, thank you so much. And as this heat wave begins to settle in, making sure you limit your outdoor time becomes so important. If you will be outside, there are certainly ways to try and protect yourself. Our Brandon T. Jones shares some tips to help keep you safe during upcoming hot weather.
Well, the first thing that's absolutely vital when it comes to heat like this is making sure you're properly hydrated. So what exactly does that look like? Well, according to the CDC, if you plan on spending an hour outside, they say you need to go ahead and plan on drinking at least 1 to 2 bottles of water as well. That means if you work outside or have lengthy outdoor plans, prepare to drink at least 8 bottles of water for an 8-hour day. Of course, that hydration is important because when we get a heat wave like this one, that increases the risk of heat exhaustion, illness, and heat stroke. all of those can sneak up on the healthiest of adults and children. So watch for signs like cramps, headaches, excessive sweat, getting dizzy, and losing consciousness. If you get any of those symptoms, especially fainting, you could have heat stroke and need to call 911 right away. It's going to be hot for several days, so again, make sure you're properly hydrating. Find cool places to escape some of that sunshine and heat if you're spending time outdoors. And then also make sure you're using sunscreen. But for now, reporting here in Spokane, Brandon T. Jones, KREM 2 News.
Brandon, thank you. And in anticipation for heat this weekend, the city of Spokane is opening shelters to help people again stay cool. The Central Library will extend its hours Saturday and Sunday to be open from 10 in the morning to 7 p.m. People can also seek some relief at the Trent Avenue Resource Center. There will be fans, water, and some snacks on site during this extended heat. STA will also be offering free rides when temperatures are 95 degrees or above. Turning now to North Idaho, an overnight fire destroyed the Army surplus store in Sandpoint. We're taking a look at some of those pictures. Crews responded to the fire around 10:15 last night. And again, these are photos. They're from the store's owner showing the damage to the building. Now, he said the store is a total loss. The owner also says the fire was started by a firework, though an official cause has not been confirmed. An investigation is underway, and right now Fifth Avenue is expected to be closed at least for the rest of the day. So officials are saying drivers to avoid that area, again, this is in Sandpoint, and take an alternate route if necessary. We are working to find out more information about the fire, and we'll bring you updates on KREM.com. Okay, getting right to our next story now. Still ahead, President Biden is expected to give a TV interview tonight as he continues to fight his way through criticism following the presidential debate. The latest from the campaign trail coming up next.